Hello my friends, good morning today, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. If you're tuning in to my wee short videos on the journey, today's wee topic I'm going to speak about gratitude. It's a difficult one, very difficult for me. I couldn't see anything at all when I was trapped. There's no trapped is trapped. We can't get out, we can't seem to find a way out. And I can pitch back a long time ago, 28 years ago, when I was locked up in institutions and full of fear, blame and anger and hurt, a lot of hurt, believe me. But as I explained in other videos, the hurt and the pain became my teacher. It helped me immensely in my life. Couldn't see it 28 years ago, believe me. I couldn't see one thing to be grateful for. Gratitude was never a word that was going through my mind or in my thoughts. It was looking at things to be grateful for. I looked at everything else that hurt me. The people, looking at the world, newspapers, television, judging, criticising, blaming, being angry. Always hurting, every day of my life, waiting on something happening, or somebody maybe changing me, maybe an angel coming down and tapping me on the shoulder and saying, everything's going to be okay, you're fixed now. It wasn't like that. I blamed, and I've spoken about blame before. I could never look for anything to be grateful for or find anything to be grateful for when I was blaming. And as I mentioned before, it's very easy to blame than it is to take responsibility for what's going on in our own mind. Taking responsibility for the feelings, the thoughts, the sensations and the emotions in our body. Because I blamed, and that was the cause of all my pain. Great gratitude. What could I say that I was grateful for? I wasn't even grateful to be alive. I wasn't grateful for my son. I wasn't grateful for my grandson. I wasn't grateful for my partner. I wasn't grateful for the achievements that I'd made. And this is when I started getting well. I had nothing to be grateful when I was insane. Even when I began to recover and came into recovery, I was still hurting, still blaming. Didn't understand. Went and learned to read and write at 35 and then studied, as you know, counselling, therapy, psychology, blah blah blah. And I had all these qualifications. And I was still insane. And I couldn't understand why, when I had all this knowledge. And there was too much knowledge. I was good at talking it to everybody. And telling everybody what they should do and what they should be doing and trying to help everybody. Couldn't help myself. Because I had no gratitude, none. When I began to be grateful and look at what I should be grateful for, my whole life changed. I'm not going to sit here and lie about people maybe watching this who know me from my past. I'm not here to lie, I'm only trying to help other people understand that the key to life for my life and other people that I've worked with who know me. I always say that gratitude was the best gift I ever gave them. And if you can stay grateful every day, every moment, and understand yourself and what happened to us through the other videos, when we come to gratitude, you will see all the pain just leaves you. Because to me, gratitude destroyed every bit of darkness, every bit of hurt, every bit of pain when I became grateful. But I truly understand why we never think of gratitude when we're in pain and we're suffering. It was the physical pain that really hurt me. I ended up with cancer twice and all the other things that happened to my body. And I sit here today and I trust myself and I believe that through taking responsibility for the thoughts that were causing the damage to my body and soul and my mind, through my mind, I began to heal. I only began to heal when I started being grateful. Please believe me in that. And I know how difficult it is to start saying, oh, I'm truly grateful when your body is aching and you're in pain and you've got horrible sensations going through your body, it's difficult to say, oh, well, I'm dead grateful today, I feel really grateful. No, it doesn't work that way. It comes through sincerity. For me, I had to be sincere, even though I was hurting. I had to be sincere about what I was grateful for. And I began, and I wrote wee lists and things like that, and I started getting up and saying, I'm grateful to be alive when I didn't really want to be here. I didn't feel it. But I set myself a challenge, which you want to take on board, you'll experience, because as you know, I only talk through experience, not through books. Knowledge is worthless to me, unless it's used in the right way. And I had so much knowledge that it hurt me. With gratitude, I took on a 21-day challenge where as soon as my feet hit the floor in the morning, I said I'm grateful to be alive. Now, I don't know who I'm talking to because as I've mentioned, I've not met God, and I still don't know anybody that's met God. But I think we all know there's something there because we feel it. Because when we're thinking good and doing good, we feel good. When we're thinking bad and doing bad, we feel bad. That tells me there's an energy that scientists to this day, 2023, still can't fathom out, but they know there's something there now because they're working along beside the spiritualists. But gratitude, wait to see what happens to you, my friends, when you begin it. So when I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is with my feet. And I still do it to this day, and I've been doing it for a long, long time. And that's what helped change my life and give me the healing in my body. As soon as I hit the floor, I say thank you. Thank you that I'm alive today. Thank you that I can see when others can't. Because I've got two friends who are blind. They lost their sight in their 50s. So I know how grateful I am now when I see the pain that they went through. And I began, and I'm grateful that I can hear when others can't. Grateful that I can still speak. I'm truly grateful that my heart is pumping, and my liver, my kidneys, my spleen, my bowels are moving because I punctured my bowel, nearly died. My bladder's working. Then I get through, I'm grateful for the toes of my feet. Because I worked with veterans who have lost their limbs. I'm grateful for my toes and my feet. I can walk, not as much as I used to, but I can still walk. From my legs, from my thighs, from my buttocks, from my fingers, from my hands. Things I was never ever grateful for, things that I took for granted. When I look at other people now who have lost these things that I'm mentioning, and I punished myself for being so ungrateful. But that had to stop. Because then I went through a list for my limbs and for my senses I was grateful for my arms. Then I look at all the other parts of my body that I don't even know the name of. I'm grateful for every part of my body. Then I go through my house. I'm grateful for my wee house because I used to stay beside antisocial neighbours. And it was very hectic. And the stress and anxiety I went through at that time was pretty bad. Where I wanted to nearly lift my hands and I've not lifted them. I've been in trouble in 28 years. So I was very close to it, but the universe or whatever got me this wee place, and I'm very grateful for that. Where I've no antisocial neighbours and I've got peace and quiet in my life, which I create. Then when I looked at else I could be grateful for, and it was my son. Never thought I'd have a child, I never thought he'd even stay in contact with me. But he has, and I'm truly grateful for that and what he's done with his life and what he's achieved so far in his life. And my grandson, to get a grandson, young Jackson, my son Ryan, it's like so grateful, but I couldn't feel that gratitude, I couldn't feel any love because I didn't love myself. When I began this 21-day challenge and I went through, then my partner Lorraine, and my parents when they were here, and all my family and friends in the spirit. I talk to them every day in my life because I feel it and I experience it, and I only talk through experience. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the few pounds I have in the bank that others don't have, for the food in my stomach and the water and the clothes on my back. When I used to be homeless and have nothing, didn't bother with food or clothes because I was too busy caught up with wanting to take my own life. So I'm grateful for these things today when others don't have these things. My wee car outside, it's 14-year-old but still runs, and I'm grateful for that, and the money that I get from the government now to help me sustain where I am and pay my bills and feed myself. Truly grateful for that, for the friends that I have in my life today, as well as Lorraine, who have helped me and supported me, and vice versa. Everybody I've worked with I'm grateful for, because I've learnt so much from them. But I couldn't see that when I was hurting. But I've learnt so much, and I've been able to talk through listening for 28 years to people, which I'm truly grateful for. I'm grateful for everything in life. I'm grateful for the nature. I can see beautiful things today that I couldn't see before. I'm truly grateful for that. I'm truly grateful to be able to sit here and have the confidence to sit and share openly and honestly and be vulnerable and humble to help other people. Truly grateful for that gift, and not having any fear, understanding fear, knowing I created the fear. I'm truly grateful for that I won't live with it anymore, ever. Not while I'm here anyway. I'm truly grateful for that. And there's loads of things we can be grateful for, loads and loads. I would take up the whole video just mentioning things, but that was a wee 21-day challenge, and I've done that every day, and I can guarantee you in between all the 21 days you will cry with joy and sincerity, because then the penny will drop. And because we lacked in gratitude, we hurt, because we didn't see anything that we could be grateful for because of the way we were feeling. We didn't know where. I didn't know I was responsible for my thinking that was causing the thoughts and the pain in my life. And when I started changing that and taking responsibility, as I've mentioned, it's difficult. Things changed in my life. But gratitude, my friends, it brings so much peace, joy, contentment into your life. Try and not do what I've done and look for things that's hurting you every day. The same people, same things that happen, the same situations, revisiting continuously. Can't see anything to be grateful for, because I kept revisiting the past, and it was only the thing that I was in the past was hurt and pain, regret, shame and guilt. And that was the difficult part, was to say I'm grateful for the experiences, which was so much pain. But I was truly grateful when I can look at it now and how much it helped me through. And we might think sitting there listening, oh, I shouldn't have done all these things years ago, and you done them. If I was to say to you and tell you the things that I've done to myself and other people from my own pain, your teeth would curl. You'd probably turn the video off. But I forgave myself. Why shouldn't I? Who was I frightened of? And what was I frightened of? And that's what I had to look at. I realised through my meditations and through my practicing of gratitude, through being sincere when I'm speaking, that all these situations happened to me to make me into the person I am today, because I took responsibility. I stopped blaming. I can be able to sit here and speak honestly and openly without any jargon, complicated words, things from a book or a television. Your experience is your greatest teacher. Your pain is your greatest teacher. I've mentioned that, and people are your greatest teachers. When we look at the pain, sometimes it's very difficult to look at gratitude. But you'll see when you're blaming, when you listen to the video. So hopefully I'm touching you in a way that you can recognise in a nice way. The feelings and the emotions tell us when we're doing the right thing. It's very simple. Your body tells you, continue thinking like that, continue behaving like that, continue reacting like that, and you'll always feel like that. That's pretty simple, we've experienced that. When we change the thinking into gratitude, seeing the goodness in ourselves and seeing the goodness in other people, which is difficult, you'll see the feelings will change, the emotions changes. You've experienced that as well. The healing comes through being grateful and being sincere in your gratitude. There's thousands and thousands of things we can look at what we're grateful for, but we don't because we're too caught up in what happened to us and blaming. To me, when I stopped blaming, my peace came into my life. That's my experience. I felt something different in my body. And I've had some beautiful experiences in my life that I know there's something there. Don't know what it is. Don't know who it is. If it's a he, a she. Don't know anything. I really mean that. I don't know anything. Because all I know is there's something there that works inside us, because when we do good, we feel good. That's pretty simple to me. That's how I run my life, because as you know, I couldn't read and write till I was 35, so all I knew was insanity. And when I came into recovery and I found the gratitude, eventually my whole life just changed completely. And that was through being truly grateful for the things that I have that other people do not have. And when we finally realise and understand that, it's just about being gentle with yourself, forgiving yourself. When I say that, who was I frightened of? I was frightened of a religious God I was raised and brought up with. It's nobody's fault now. Back then it kept me trapped for nearly 40 years of my life. And that was the only fear that I could see. I was frightened of the old man in the sky who was going to shout at me. When I finally realised through my experience that energy comes through us inside, and I felt all that pain inside of me because I was so negative, judgmental, critical, gossipful, full of hatred and racism and bigotry. That's how I couldn't feel good. When I changed that, started seeing the good in myself and others, my life changed. That's it. Because I believed in myself, I trusted in myself, I could achieve this. Because all it was changing the thought. And if I could go to school for 12 years, college and university, 3 year, another 4 year, that's what people do, maybe 16, 17, 18 years of your life, and you end up on the streets or in jail or addicted or dependent on drugs and alcohol and gambling and sex and getting into debt and retail therapy. That's insane that we won't spend 3 months, 3 days, 3 weeks looking at ourselves and the way we think and how we react to our own thinking and how we behave towards others, seeking approval, wanting to be liked. I need to be loved, I need to be liked, and get out your way to get that. That was me. Don't do that anymore. I love everybody. That means I don't need to look for love or approval. I'm proving myself. I feel my worth today. And that's where I hope your gratitude will get you to, because it's the greatest gift that I've ever experienced, is being sincere and looking at things that I'm truly grateful for that others do not have. Understanding that I lacked in gratitude because of my past. Once I dealt with my past and accepted it and forgave myself because I didn't know any better, my friends, and neither did you, or you would have changed. Now we know we don't need to punish yourself and live in a world of, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have. How long do we say that for? How long does that go on where we keep punishing ourselves for something that happened in the past that we never learned from? And we'll repeat it and repeat it until we learn from it. But where does it say in the book of life that you have to punish yourself for the mistakes that we made. Okay, we hurt people, and people hurt us. But holding on to badness inside is you're just continually hurting for the rest of our life, and we're not really living anymore. I wasn't. So please look at the gratitude, and I promise you, your whole life will change when you be sincere. It might not happen right away, but if you practice it every day, every night when you go to bed at night, thank you. Because I was talking to a God I didn't know or understand. Today I know it's something in the universe, and that's what I say. That's what I feel when I'm doing it. So just say thank you. It's the greatest prayer mantra you could ever imagine on the planet, is sincere thank you. That's it. You don't need to do what I done, Our Father's, Hail Marys and Glory Bees and run into Mass, and nothing wrong with that. It's that we don't have to fear something we don't know or understand anymore, because that God, whatever it may be, lives inside, and we know that because we feel it when we're doing good, and when we're doing wrong and go against the goodness, we feel it. But gratitude will destroy everything negative in your life. I promise you that, my friends. I really do promise you that. Gratitude to me is a way up there with the king of sincerity, is the amazing feeling of feeling grateful for what you've achieved, even setting off to change. You will start feeling grateful when you see the changes, because you're achieving it, because you're practicing it every single day of your life, and you will feel it every single day of your life. I promise you that. So I'll get another wee topic, I'll hopefully see you all again soon, and hopefully you're getting some identification. But I promise you, gratitude will destroy every bit of darkness and pain in your life, and the healing will begin. I promise you that. I've seen it, I've experienced it. So please jump onto the gratitude instead of the negativity, and I'll speak to you soon. Namaste. Thank you kindly, my friends. Bless you all. Thank you all.